technically.
Holy crap. There we go. What's good, everybody? Nerd Mafia. Having some weird challenges here with the setup, but movie just ended. In case you're not aware, this is the live drive home from the Thunderbolts. I hope you guys can hear me right now. You see or hear me now, Mikey Porter? Give me a thumbs up if you can. There we are. Can you hear me? Mic check, check, check. I hope you can hear me. Anything? Somebody in the chat, tell me. Okay, okay, okay. All right. Anyway, rough start to the stream anyway. Movie, fantastic. Um, I can see why I got such a good score. Not gonna lie, um, I'm still in my head a little bit, like leaving this stuff. And I can't obviously like spoil that and tell everybody all the details as to why. So rather than get into that, I'm gonna talk a little bit more about what's great about this movie. All right. First up, and this isn't a spoiler, you see him in the trailers. Having Bucky be like in his bag and just doing like some of the practical like nonsense that we're used to in the past. Awesome. Um, Yelena, you probably heard this from some of the critics already. Great performance. I don't think the trailers even like give too much away of her anyway. I think like you get into some deeper aspects of her character. Really cool. Our dude playing Sentry, Pullman, awesome job. I think I was nervous at like points of it, like where they're gonna go with like the development of like his character in the story, and movie didn't let me down. Um, I mean, obviously, like there's some crazier like theories I might add, things I could have seen them like maybe done, but I'm not the writer. It's cool. They put a good story together. Um, beyond that, even like Wyatt Russell playing John Walker, who I'm not gonna lie, I never hated him. Kind of annoyed me a little bit, like somewhat like during the Falcon the Winter Soldier series, but I think like they did good stuff with him in this movie too. Um, I laughed out loud like probably like more times than I have in a long time in a theater, like just at Red Guardian. Like every time dude came on screen and talked, like had me laughing hysterically, an idiot. So that was great. Um, Honestly, it just really felt like good. Like from my perspective, actually, like I just miss like hanging out with Bucky, and like I feel like we didn't get enough of him and Cap. To be honest with you, I mean, granted, we got a couple movies. Every time we could get back to like hanging out with Bucky Barnes, Winter Soldier, I'm happy, and we did that again here. Um, the whole thing though, like just going through the motion, I'm just kind of like going back through the motions of the plot of this movie. it felt like a complete like movie. Like it didn't feel like something like hodgepodge together, like some of the previous films we've got from the MCU in the past like couple of years. And I'm still trying to like make sense in my head of like where they're actually going or what they're trying to do with us after watching it. Um, Not talking about like anything to do with like the post credit scene, anything like that. Just like I don't know. I'm trying to like wrap my head around how I feel about like what they end up doing in this movie to remove the asterisk basically from the Thunderbolts title. Um, yeah, solid movie though. I think if you gotta hold me to a ranking, I'm probably around like in between 8.5. So like an 8.3. No rookie scores here. Um, but yeah, I was like on not the edge of my seat, but I don't know. It's a weird feeling to have, man. Go to see a good Marvel movie for like the first time probably since like Guardian of the Galaxy. I was like actually like into it the whole time. Nothing really like nothing didn't add up. It was funny when at the right times. It wasn't like forcing anything like that. It wasn't forcing any nostalgia down our throat. At the same time, though, without like saying too much, I feel I got the impression after watching this movie and take of this what you want of it. I don't think I'm revealing too much. That this movie is like it's fun and it's also like the MCU almost like acknowledging like where they're at right now to the audience and like letting us know they're aware. I'm not gonna expound upon that too much more, but like just like that's the sense I got like after I left. And also just like felt cool to like people behind me being like ecstatic after the movie too. Like people are loving it. Yeah, but I definitely had a good time watching it. Um, I've been like obviously anticipating this movie for a while. Definitely like counting down in my head all week, especially today. The emotional stuff, yeah, yeah. Um, the stakes of this movie, though, I think that's what like kind of stops it from being more. I can't say that though, too. I don't know. It's weird. The whole like I don't know, you guys have to let me know about like what you think of like the Sentry and the Void after the movie. I think they handled it like pretty well. But yeah, I it's so hard for me to talk about this without like spoiling it. That's what I'm struggling with. So if I sound like a bumbling buffoon right now, I'm like holding myself back from saying too much about what my thoughts are. But I definitely had a good time with it. And I'm pretty sure like most people are gonna have a good time with this movie. It felt like the MCU again. Um, but like I said, at the same time, it felt like the MCU, like what's left of like the MCU, you know? They're not like pretending to be anything they're not. Yeah, that's true, Mike Porter. Mental health stuff definitely was interesting. Um, I can't say pretty much more than that. I mean, obviously, if you're a fan of the comics, you can put two and two together where it might be going with that. Just the background of like Robert Reynolds, the Sentry, yada yada. Sentry and Void, yeah, Sentry and the Void definitely are very different. He's kind of like mix between like or he's like he's like imperfect Superman of the MCU, and also at times like a little homelandery, like from the boys. Definitely a fun movie though, and like the funny, like the comedic parts of it, like hit, like they're funny as hell when they do. The emotional parts of it hit a little bit too, not a little bit, like they hit at the right times. Um, One thing, it's finally like it's the first time like you actually get a clear sense of like and purpose for the Valentina. I can never remember her freaking name. Valentina Contessa Day, whatever the hell her name is. Day Contessa. I don't know. I can't keep this lady's name. Elaine. Her character finally has like a purpose in this movie, which is good. You know, feels like after like years of teasing her, like they finally like do something adequate with her and make things make sense. Um, and then yeah, definitely stick around for the post credit scene. It's a good one. Probably for the first time in like years, it's a worthwhile post credit scene out of the MCU. I won't like tease or even say what it has to do with, but yeah, multi-layered too. It's a little bit of a longer one. So I think they're finally starting to find a new direction, get off their feet, like do something cool. So I'm happy about that. Um, and I'm super excited for the next one coming out. Which I mean, whether or not this was even good, I'd probably still be excited for it. Fantastic Four is going to be amazing. Um, and you know what, too? I think starting to think back now. I gave this like about like a between 8 and 8.5. I don't remember what I gave Captain America: Brave New World, but it's definitely higher than that. Let's put it that way. So I'm like trying to think like that. I don't think I gave Captain America: Brave New World like an 8 score. I think I was like more in the 7 range. And if I wasn't, I should have been. So I'm mulligan that if I was wrong. But yeah, man, definitely worthwhile, worth the wait. I'm not gonna say the MCU is back, but they're definitely on their way to being back eventually. So I can say the same. Whatever. The struggle here to back up into my garage. Yeah, yeah, my brother in the chat tonight. Might not want to read this, but does Bob and Scarlett have expectations? Here's why I asked. Um, I mean, pretty sure like so you're talking about in the MCU. I mean, clearly they haven't like said anything like that. I don't know if they're going that route. Who knows with Secret Wars coming up? If Wanda will actually even be in it, maybe we'll get some kind of talk about like her being possibly a mutant if she crosses paths with Magneto. And then your next question, what do you think Valentina and Nick Fury would do to each other? I mean, Valentina's not Nick Fury. Not the same background, nothing like her MCU version of her, nothing like Nick Fury. Hasn't shown us any badassedness, any competence in the same regard, any military mind really. She's more like a PR person, if anything. But there can never be another Nick Fury. There probably will be though. Who knows? But damn it, it was a good movie. definitely happy. Happy I finally got to go see it. And now we're back home. Like I said, running it back one more time, giving it. We're calling it like an 8-3 for my ranking. I'm happy with it. Think you guys will be happy with it. And don't forget about the post credit scene. That's all I got for tonight. I might be off for probably a couple weeks because I got drill coming up this weekend, and then I'm doing some stuff for the military for the next 2 weeks too. So it's gonna be virtually impossible for me to stream. Maybe I ended up doing like another live drive home or something if I hit like a movie while I'm doing my thing, but no promises, guys. All right. So thank you for stopping in. If you're watching it live and if you're on the replay, thank you as well. And hopefully we got some more stuff to pump out beyond the next 2 weeks. Maybe I'll try to squeeze in a short here in between here, but probably not because by the time it's like Monday rolling around, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to stream. So thanks for popping in, Mikey Porter. Everybody else, peace out.
Nerd Mafia, forget about it. We run laps in 12 parsecs, maybe less, and done flat. A good fella here to bless them all with fun facts.
Leave the gun. Technical knowledge.